Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 14th Annual Awards for Teaching Excellence, brought to you by the INOYO TORO Foundation. Please put your hands together for yourselves, and thank you for being here. My name's David Ukoikwe Williams, and it is my extreme pleasure to be your anchor for the day. We have started, but before we proceed with the events for the day, I'd like us to just please be on our feet momentarily as we take the national anthem. Thank you very much.
All rise.
For the first time in the history of these award ceremonies, we shall have a larger virtual audience and a limited physical audience. Besides, this is the first time we are hosting it outside the Ibom hotels and resort. As usual, the purpose of this annual event is to appreciate our teachers and public school principals who have excelled during the year in this prime profession of teaching. Last year, we did not have a formal ceremony due to the COVID-19 schools lockdown. This year, our theme for this program is Recapturing Societal Values, and aptly fits with the theme of 2021 World Teachers' Day, Teachers at the Heart of Education Recovery. We are hopeful that we can recapture and recover our lost values as we address genuinely and proactively our education issues. The main aims and objectives of this foundation include to encourage teachers of science, mathematics, English, and some other endangered subjects in our public secondary schools, to stimulate awareness for the study of these subjects, to promote healthy and positive competition for excellence among the teachers, to help teachers to be more committed to their profession as they constantly update their knowledge and help to mentor other colleagues, and to provide mentorship opportunities for students of public secondary schools in Akwa Ibom State by volunteers drawn from different professional backgrounds. For the past 14 years, ladies and gentlemen, the foundation has been striving to supplement the effort of the Akwa Ibom State government in her educational development. We have had to appraise the whole education framework in the state in order to proffer to government concrete suggestions on infrastructural, curriculum, and personnel needs, which could move the sector to some appreciable level of advancement. This is our main preoccupation and concern as a foundation. We identified with the state government as she hosted the first ever comprehensive state education summit and exhibition in 2019. Shortly after that, we were also part of the painstaking report of the Akwa Ibom State Think Tank Committee on Education, inaugurated by His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel in 2020. This committee, headed by the world-renowned and distinguished Professor Hilary Nyang, produced a very detailed and well-articulated education framework or roadmap for the next 10 years for Akwa Ibom State. The governor, being passionate about the rejuvenation of the education sector, had approved the document and has, in fact, started implementing some aspects of that report. The foundation believes that teacher motivation and appreciation are critical in addressing the apathy exhibited in the teacher's work experience and will subsequently enhance performance and service delivery in our schools. This motivation can include an annual mandatory professional development program or seminar that can be held during the long vacation period, which the foundation is poised to anchor if there is sponsorship. The incentives recently announced for teachers by the federal government can also be considered by the state government and can also facilitate in-service training programs for teachers. These will update the teachers' professional and academic competence to enable them face modern challenges in teaching. The Foundation's award this year is for 6 subjects: English, mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, and economics. In each subject, the first prize winner receives 250,000, second prize is 150,000 naira, and the third prize is 100,000 naira. This year, we departed from the past routine and invited online applications from interested teachers via the Foundation's website. A total of 197 teachers, 20 mentors, and 11 school principals applied. Out of these, 186 teachers, 20 mentors, and 8 school principals met the set requirements for participation and were accordingly invited. However, only 162 teachers, made up of 15 English teachers, 37 mathematics teachers, 39 biology, 32 chemistry, 30 physics, and 9 economics teachers took part in the screening tests, which were computer-based under supervision. This response is low compared to the figures in 2019, perhaps due to lack of exposure to ICT. One of the applicants who was discovered to be fraudulent, unfortunately, was disqualified and asked to write an open apology, which he published in the National Daily. The final screening, that's to show that we are very serious about the matter. We can't accommodate or compromise with our standards. The final screening test for selection of the winning teacher is in 2 parts. First part is an aptitude test based on the WAEC-NECO curriculum. The second part is an oral interaction between the resource persons and those who pass reasonably well with not less than 40% in the written test. This year we didn't have even 40, we had more than 50%. In order to strengthen the value of the award, the first, second, and third prizes can only be achieved if a contestant scores at least 70%, at least 60%, and at least 50% respectively in the final results. This explains the absence of first prizes in biology and chemistry this year. In the Grand Mentorship Teachers Award category, the mentor must himself scale through the written test at least 50%, in addition to his field experience, which may include teaching, may include mentorship, before being considered for the award. Besides, at least one of the mentees of the candidate should be a prize winner in the main event in the year. So the Grand Mentor Award attracts 500,000 naira. This year we have 5 grand mentors, each in biology, chemistry, English, mathematics, and physics. Now we get to the next category, the Principals Award, which came on board as tabled in 2017 and is aimed at rewarding the efforts of exceptional school principals who have distinguished themselves in pushing the academic and administrative advancement of their institutions by providing a congenial environment for study. The foundation team visited 8 shortlisted principals from the 3 senatorial districts in the state to appraise their submission using well-articulated performance indices. Only 7 of them appeared this year for the screening tests, where consideration was given to practical management and administrative procedures and principles. The 3 highest scorers, 50% and above in this test, were further subjected to oral interaction, after which the best principal emerged, as we will see this year. This year we have the 4th winner in this category. This is the 4th year of running the Principals Award. The screening process and the written oral interactions were handled according to preset rules and procedures with transparency and integrity. The expert examiners were carefully selected consultants from the academia and the public sector. Distinguished chairman of this occasion, guest speaker, respected guests, ladies and gentlemen, these winners will be presented for award of prizes at the appropriate time during the program. We'd like to profoundly appreciate His Excellency Governor Udum Emmanuel for his passion for proper education of the Akwa Ibom child through the provision of basic infrastructure and the recent recruitment of teachers for schools. We have told 1,000 for secondary, another 1,000 in the pipeline for primary. Government's gradual implementation of the provisions of the education roadmap is a strong testimony to this passion. We are grateful to the Honorable Commissioner for Education and the Permanent Secretary, as well as the State Secondary School Board, Education Board, for providing the needed data on schools and facilities and also facilitating our entry to schools. We are grateful to principals of schools for their support, which led to a smooth selection process during the year. We thank all our collaborators and sponsors. I wish to appreciate the advisor, the chairperson and members of the Board of Trustees of the INOYO TORO Foundation for this vision and their continuous commitment to this noble project, which has impacted positively in the performance of some of our students in public examinations. Some of these beneficiaries are now graduates in various fields of study. The foundation is also grateful to our very experienced consultants, Dr. Happiness Uduak, Dr. Juliet Udoudum, who anchor in English, Dr. Nsima Udoidung and Dr. Felix Gbemudia, Biology, Dr. Imabong Udosoro, Dr. Ini Umoren, Chemistry, Mr. Nobong Umobong, Economics, Professor Godfrey Akpabio, Professor Louis Akpabio. I don't know if they are here. They can just stand for recognition. Physics. Those ones are for physics. Professor Mfoniso Morin, and myself for mathematics, and Mr. Kanabas Ubong, a retired permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education and an education consultant, for their honest, diligent, and selfless services to the foundation. These experts worked with the screening committee, which includes Mr. Joseph Udor, Mrs. Lydian Khan, and the staff, to determine the winners this year. It is pertinent, in conclusion, to draw the attention of our dear teachers to the fact that our children would excel to whatever height in the academics if given the proper mentoring by their teachers. Please, create curiosity as you teach so that they will continue to learn, they continue the learning process as long as they live and so actualize their dreams. I also wish to urge the students not to be distracted by myriads of today's youthful enticements and crazy preoccupations, but to take their studies seriously. Boldly take hold of your future and do not settle for mediocrity. The Bible instructs, be diligent to present yourself approved to God, so you won't need to be ashamed in future. Studying facilitates deeper understanding. In particular, try to heed the counsel of your teachers as well as our foundation's external mentors who have themselves made their mark in the society. Students, don't fit in when you can stand out. I hope that is clear to you. Don't fit in. Don't go for for mediocrity when you can stand out. Finally, for the award winners, as I congratulate you on your success, you should realize that this is the beginning of a new journey in the mentorship enterprise. You need to do more work now to prove your worth and maximize your potential. This award provides a springboard to other numerous opportunities. Take hold of these squarely. I hereby welcome everyone to this event. Please make yourself comfortable and be part of the Foundation's noble and destiny-transforming agenda. May God bless everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again, Dr. Inobong Joshua. While his address was going on, we had some other guests as well make their way into the hall, and we feel it right to also acknowledge them as we have others. Once again, I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Emmanuel Abraham, who is the proprietor of Top Faith University, as well as Top Faith International Schools, as he made his way in during the opening remark. Please a round of applause for him. It is so great to have you, sir. Once again, Mr. Okudili Onya, who is the communications manager at Akogas. Please put your hands together for him once again, and excuse the earlier misunderstanding. Mrs. Nkoi Etuk, who is the head stakeholder relations and communications, and the regional manager Southeast for Savannah Energy. Please put your hands together for her. We have here present Comrade Edet Okon Abang Emenyu, who is the state chairman, NUT Akwa Ibom State Wing. Please put your hands together for him. Professor Ini Oko of the University of Uyo. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you all once again for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be moving on to a special address by a man who understands the educational system, albeit in the private sector, a man who understands the inner workings, and to give us a very short but very powerful, as always, address. Please put your hands together for Dr. Emmanuel Abraham.
Thank you so very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to appreciate the chairman of this wonderful occasion and the man I call the Superman of INOYO TORO Foundation, my brother who is there, Mr. Dominoyo, and everyone here present. Let me say that it is my pleasure to have been invited for this ceremony as a guest speaker. It is an occasion to celebrate the teacher, and for me it is yet another opportunity to join everyone here present, and especially the stakeholders of INOYO TORO Foundation, to appreciate the role and values given to society by teachers. We are aware of how human society has evolved and what it continues to do. It does this through certain protocols, the education system, as we all know, and all of us have passed through it. The key factor, the critical element, the transformer, the one that carries the burden, happens to be the teacher. And it looks like in this other part of our world, the teacher doesn't seem to have, again, that level of prominence. So that's why I want to thank and appreciate INOYO TORO Foundation for spotting this element in our life, the teacher. Let me, right from the outset, specifically congratulate the teacher awardees of today. For me, I classify them as heroes. For them to be heroes, they must have done something outstanding. They have contributed immensely to the accumulation of human capital, giving opportunity for good learning and character. I'd like to say congrats again. For me, I've been privileged to be raised by teachers from certain levels. One critical level of teachers that we do not many a time emphasize is the home teacher. I had an opportunity to be groomed by my home teachers in the home school. Who are the teachers in the home school? We all know. The parents. But unfortunately today, these teachers seem to have relegated their roles to the background. I got good training from home. My mother as a teacher, and my father as a headmaster. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind us that this is the crux of the matter. And it is fundamentally important today. Remember, as a parent, you are a teacher. For me, professionally, I've attempted to be a teacher. I had done auxiliary teaching in Kisuto Secondary School in Adiasim. And when I was a youth corper, I was also a teacher. I'm defining this teaching in quotes because I'm sure one will ask me, did you go to teacher training college? Yes, I did. I spent a few weeks. I was one of those who were privileged during the Obasanjo UBE scheme. Immediately after my school said I was bundled into the then teacher training college at the Diana Back under the tutelage of late Christopher Odomeshed as the principal of the school. And I was taught how to teach. I was taught how to speak like a teacher. I was taught how to view like a teacher. I remember when he said that as a teacher you stand out. You stand out outstandingly. That if a permanent secretary is eating groundnut by the corner of the market, nobody will notice him or her. But if you are a teacher and you are doing that in those days, one will say, what is that teacher doing? So ladies and gentlemen, teachers have special place. Ladies and gentlemen, in the ceremony of today, I was instructed and required to share a few moments of my life journey with everyone here present. Let me say that this story will not be sensible or reasonable or valuable if I exclude teachers' experiences in my life. As I said before, I've benefited from the home school, where my teacher, firstly, were my parents. I want to believe all of us had that experience. It depends on how they acted and how we responded. I was taught to become a man of today, standing before you, by the grace of God, with his fear, taught honesty, integrity, faith in myself and my God, transparency in my dealings with people, and prudence in my self-management. Ladies and gentlemen, home is the first school that you encounter the first teachers, and we should not take it for granted. The teacher has special responsibilities, and that is what we are celebrating, thanks to INOYO Toro Foundation. For my life journey, ladies and gentlemen, that I was asked to share with you briefly, I've attempted to document it in an autobiography, which I published a few years ago, and I'm going to leave some copies here for INOYO Toro Foundation. This is the autobiography. It's a brief summary of what I can know or remember about my life that has something to do with the teacher and education in general. This book expresses my humble beginning, the challenges of my life, my encounter with material poverty, my determination to succeed, to take risk, and in fact, my faith in God. For me, this book is applicable to every one of us. And like I said, I will leave behind 50 copies of this book for INOYO Toro Foundation to give each copy each awardee today a copy of this book and one to the library of each of their schools. Ladies and gentlemen, today I appreciate and show profound gratitude to God that I've had an opportunity to be educated through teachers. And I can stand before you now as a human being who can communicate with the class that I've seen here. I have tried to remind myself that I've lived on this planet Earth for over 60 years. Don't mind my youthful looking. Over 60 years of life and experience in this planet Earth I have seen. That has come through with my humble beginning in a typical village setting. So I can share with you that I am a very experienced village boy. Very experienced. I've also gone to school from primary, got to the university level, and have had reason to pursue and acquire a Doctor of Philosophy degree. Ladies and gentlemen, despite my humble beginning, with poor parentage, I got one thing that is very critical: honesty. That made it possible for me to withstand the challenges of life. I remember that in those my early years, I could trek to school many kilometers effortlessly. But there's one particular trekking to school I would like you to share with me. That one happened on a Sunday, October 2, 1977. I'm sure in this hall, it must be my Superman brother alone that must have been born by then. Others may be too young. October 2, 1977. It happened to have been the day that students were supposed to resume in the University of Calabar and register for the 1977-1978 session. I happened to have been one of those admitted into the Faculty of Social Sciences. I did not have enough money to pay my way. I had to do an 8.5-kilometer walk trekking to the nearest place that could take me to Iko Town Motor Park for me to board the escort vehicle to Oron to cross to Calabar into Marina. And from Marina, I trekked once again to Edabo. For me, that trekking was monumental. That trekking was reasonable. That trekking was a gateway. So if one sees me today in a car, one thinks that I was born with it. I was born with only my legs, and my God directed me. For me, that trekking gave way for me to know my brother, INOYO. When we shared experiences in the university campus in Calabar, that trekking made it possible for me that on the 17th day of October, 1981, I stood like this as a valedictorian to speak on behalf of all Malabites as the best graduating student with a first-class honors in economics of the University of Calabar. If I did not take that step and had waited to be funded by an unknown source, I probably would have been discouraged. I thought I should share this for us to know that it is important for one to take the step of faith, the step of life. Ladies and gentlemen, based on this trekking to the university and my sojourn, the rest has become history. The rest has become historic. The rest has become what you have seen in me. I've grown up to be a successful person by every standard of my definition. You may not meet your own. One of the indexes is that I can stand before you because I persisted, because I looked beyond the normal, because I knew when things are hard, hard decisions have to be taken. And I did it. I've had a successful career in the financial sector for 17 years. I've been engaged in a lot of entrepreneurial activities. Ladies and gentlemen, as at today, I am very proud to mention to all of us here that I've been married for 34 years, 2 months, 3 weeks, and 6 days to only one wife. As at today. That is a young man on the 2nd day of October 1977 was crawling on the road. That is something to remember for me. This unity for me has produced wonderful children, all of them PhD holders at years below 30. That is the product of the home school. I decided to be a home headmaster and made sure these children, the experience of a teacher that had experience with an experienced teacher. That has not stopped me from being what I am. I also want to announce, ladies and gentlemen, that I've not only stopped at being a father, I am a father-in-law. Ladies and gentlemen, I saw the Nigerian Civil War. I experienced it. I experienced basic material poverty. You could skip meals. I faced challenges. But those things did not deter me. My teachers actually encouraged me. And I want to remark that their counseling, their good disposition, their appreciation of me motivated me a great deal. Let me let you know that mentorship is what I cherish. I read books, a lot of books. I remember when I was in secondary school, one of my best literature books was Weep Not Child, because this was my background. Weep not child, weep not my darling. With these kisses, let me remove your tears. The raveling cloud shall not be long victorious. They shall not long possess the sky. That was Ngugi wa Thiong'o, who wrote Weep Not Child. A background that was very similar to mine. So I saw education as a key that will unlock the future. So I surrendered myself and knew the raveling clouds of poverty will never sustain itself if I pursue what is pursuable. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a highlight of my light life. From that background that I have told you, let me repeat that the title of my autobiography is very symbolic. I call it The Previous Hours of My Present Days. That is the title of my. The hours that I had to trek on the road, the hours that I had to go hungry, the hours that I had to read, the hours I had to network with my man. Ladies and gentlemen, those hours have actually shaped my present days of today. And for me, it is instructive. So for me, this is a man born to a poor village carpenter as a father, a poor village woman as a typical rural farmer, living in a cranky thatched home, in a typical rural setting. That constraint did not constrain my ambition. Those challenges did not limit what God had kept for me as destiny. Education played a vital role. Teachers played a wonderful role. The home played a catalytic role. And God played the blessing role. Ladies and gentlemen, through this, I'm proud to say that that typical experienced rural boy has come of age to become a husband, a father of doctors, a successful banker, an entrepreneur, proprietor of famous top schools, and the founder of the latest international world-class Tiaroba, Efre University in Akwa Ibom, top university. That is the same man that had an 8.5-kilometer trek on Sunday, October 2, 1977, moving aimlessly to an aim that wasn't too sure. As a matter of fact, I did not even conclude payment of my fees. This same Emmanuel that I am has had the privilege to travel outside my village called Mpatak. I've been able to move away from there, given the value of education and the impulse of teachers out of the 7 continents of the world. I can probably say I've been able to learn on not less than 4 or 5 of them. That's something for me, something for you. It is therefore important for me to say that one should not despise the days of his or her humble beginnings, but remain determined to honestly succeed against all odds. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, be it known that my life is a true story of outstanding belief in God, wonderful influence of teachers, good parenting experience, strong belief in myself, and a commitment to be of service to humanity. Whatever this life story can tell, I leave it for you to think about. You want to laugh at me as a poor village boy? You are free. If you want to congratulate me for coming out of trouble, clap for me. God bless you. Thank you so very much. God bless you.
A very moving address by the proprietor of Top Faith Schools, Dr. Emmanuel Abraham, as always. Please, once again, if your hands are not too busy, I'd like you to please put them together for him. He said that the home is the first school where you meet the first teachers. So to the parents out there who were not aware of this extra responsibility, as well as an extra feather to their hat, congratulations on adding something new to your CVs and resumes. But best be ensured that your certification is in heaven. So I apologize on behalf of Dr. Emmanuel for not being able to get you a certificate. Once again, I'd like to also recognize a couple of special guests who made their way into the auditorium while he was speaking. I'd like to recognize the presence of Mr. Uwem Okoko, who is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Hensec Integrated Services. Please put your hands together for him. Dr. Joseph, who is the Director of Monitoring and Evaluation. Please put your hands together for him. Mr. Anyeka Nwili, who is the CEO, Mantra Protection Solutions Limited. Please, once again, a round of applause for him. Mrs. Lebari Ukbong, who is Board of Trustees member for the INOYO Toro Foundation. Please, once again, a round of applause for her. And of course, lastly, but not the least, of course, Honorable Charles Udo, who is the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Akwa Ibom State. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you all once again for making your way to this very, very important event. And without further ado, we're going to get to one of the highlights of the day, the award presentation. And of course, I will not be taking this part, but I would like you to please, with all the enthusiasm you can muster, put your hands together for the program's manager for INOYO Toro Foundation, Mrs. Imo Basi.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for honoring us today. I'm going to stand on every existing protocol, so I'll just dive into the awards category immediately. We will be taking the first part of it, and the first part includes the following subjects: English language, mathematics, biology, physics, chemistry, economics, and the Grand Mentor category. So English language is sponsored by Mr. Boni Akpan of Border Services Limited. This award is given in loving memory of Mrs. Imo Eleanor Akpan, who was an English teacher par excellence. I'll be calling Mrs. Imelda Abba, Group Manager, Corporate Services, Ibom Air, to please come forward and hand over the awards. So we will start from the third place winner of English language, and that winner is John Effiong Udo of Secondary Grammar School, Ibano local government area. Please put your hands together as he comes forward. John Effiong Udo. Please keep clapping till he makes it to the stage. The clapping would make him come up faster.
Good morning, everyone. So this beautiful award here to Mr. John Effiong Udo is presented from the INOYO Toro Foundation in recognition of your performance in the teaching of English language in Akwa Ibom State public secondary schools. Congratulations, sir.
The second prize winner is Bella Bassi of Methodist Secondary School, Ibiakuishet, Uran local government area. Please put your hands together while she comes forward. Keep clapping. She's going home with a prize money of 150,000 naira.
That's so cool. Okay, so Bella, this award is presented to you from the INOYO Toro Foundation in recognition of your performance in the teaching of English language in Akwa Ibom State's public secondary schools. Congratulations.
And the first prize winner goes to Kuswa Senam Ukut of Community Secondary Commercial School, Odorotan, in Ikodobasi local government area. He is going home with 250,000 naira. You don't look as excited as we all are.
Hello, sir. Mr. Kuswa Senam Ukut, this award is presented to you from the INOYO Toro Foundation in recognition of your outstanding performance in the teaching of English language in Akwa Ibom State public secondary schools. Congratulations.
So we'll be going to the next award category, and that's mathematics. Mathematics is sponsored by Mr. Nyekan Ukpana, a managing partner with Bello Osagi. Please, so would like to call him up to come on stage while we call the winners to come. This prize is 500,000 naira, and the first, second, and third prize are the ones who will be going with the awards. Third place will be going home with 100,000 naira. And the third person is Cyril Inyobong Edet of Presbyterian Senior Science School, Ididep, Ibano local government area. Please let's put our hands together while he comes down.
Just before I present the award, and since we are being viewed globally, let me just make a minute correction. My firm is Udo Udoma and Bello Osage. So this award from INOYO Toro Foundation goes to Cyril Inyobong Edet, and it is in recognition of your excellent work as a teacher in the Akwa Ibom State Public School. Thank you, congratulations, and God bless you.
The second prize winner, Udeme Dixon Abraham, please come forward, of Community Secondary School, Mbiakot, Oroganam Local Government Area. He will be going home with 150,000 naira. Please let's clap for him.
So, Udeme Dixon Abraham, on behalf of the INOYO TORO Foundation, I'm pleased to present this award to you, second prize winner, in recognition of your excellent job as a teacher in Akwa Ibom State Primary Public School. God bless you.
And the first prize winner will be going to Ekpedeme Serial Akpan of Community Secondary School, Afarabo in Ukanafon Local Government Area. He will be going home with 250,000 naira.
So you must permit me to say this. This particular award is very special to me. I'll tell you why. The mathematics award is sponsored on behalf of my mom in her memory. My mom was a fantastic mathematics teacher. But the first prize winner happens to be from my same local government, Ukarafon. Secondly, the school is in Afarabo. Afarabo is behind my house in the village. So I'm very thrilled with this man. So on behalf of the INOYO TORO Foundation, this is a recognition to you. And I would like to encourage you to stay on this course, and I hope you will come back next year to win the first prize again. God bless you.
We would like to, at this juncture, call Mr. Uwem Okoko, MD and CEO, Hensec Integrated Services, to come hand over the next awards. He is the sponsor of biology, physics, and chemistry. So the biology winners, third prize, Unyemelbong Isok, please come forward. While she's coming, Mr. Niefiok Ekanemantia, please come forward too, so that you will be awarded as well for biology category. Please let's put our hands together while she comes forward.
Okay, this award is presented on behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation for your outstanding performance in the teaching of biology in Akwa Ibom State Public School. Congratulations, Unyeme Obong Isoko.
And Nefiok Ekanem Antia, please, when I call your name, kindly just come forward, please, so that we would wrap this up quickly. And Nefiok Ekanem Antia is from Itam Secondary School, Itami 2 Local Government Area. He is the second prize winner for biology, and he goes home with 150,000 naira.
This award is presented on behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation. 2021 award for teaching excellence presented to Anefiok Ekanem Antia in recognition of your performance in the teaching of biology in Akwa Ibom State Public School. Congratulations.
All right, we'll now call on the physics winners, and we will start from the third place. Odudu Etum Udodum, please come forward. Friday, Sunday, Akpan, please come forward. Akpan Basil Iyang, please come forward. The third place, Odudu Etum Udodum, is from Makantai Secondary Commercial School, Utuabak, in Abak Local Government Area. He goes home with 100,000 naira.
On behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation, 2021 Award for Teaching Excellence presented to Odudu Etum Udodum in recognition of your performance in the teaching of physics in Akwa Ibom State Public Secondary Schools. Congratulations, sir.
We'll call on Friday Sandy Akpan, second prize winner of Army Day Secondary School, Ibawa in Abak local government area.
This award is presented on behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation, 2021 Award for Teaching Excellence, presented to Mr. Friday Sunday Akpan. Friday Sandy Akpan, in recognition of your performance in the teaching of physics in Akwa Ibom State Public Secondary Schools. Congratulations.
The first prize goes to Akpan Basil Iyang of Edu Secondary School in Okorette, Mkparenin local government area. He goes home with 250,000 naira.
This award is presented on behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation for the 2021 Award for Teaching Excellence, presented to Akpan Basil Iyang in recognition of your outstanding performance in the teaching of physics in Akwa Ibom State Public Secondary School. Congratulations.
We will call on the chemistry winners to please come forward. Joshua Felix Efyong and Uduak Sunday David. Unfortunately, we didn't also have a first place winner for chemistry. So please, Joshua Felix Efyong, come forward. He is the third place winner, and he is from Community Secondary School, Akalfort in Uyo local government area. He will be going home with 100,000 naira. Is he here yet? Please come forward. Uduak Sunday David, please come forward too. He's the second prize winner of Community Secondary School, Urita in Okobo local government area. He goes home with 150,000 naira.
This award is presented on behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation, 2021 Award for Teaching Excellence, presented to Uduak Sunday David, in recognition of your performance in the teaching of chemistry in Akwa Ibom State Public Secondary Schools. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Your job is done. Thank you. So we will be going to economics. Economics is sponsored by Anchor Insurance. Mr. Boni Akpan was supposed to be with us, but he isn't here. So I'll be calling on the Honorable Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Charles Udo, to please come forward and give this award. Kevin, please come forward. Anyakan Udo, please come forward. Ekaite Rebecca Akpan, please come forward. Kevin is the third place winner, and he goes home with 100,000 naira. He's from Community Secondary School, Ikora Biaidem, Ikorinwang, in Ikorekbene local government area. Let's put our hands together for him.
Congratulations, Kevin. Economics, I had A1 in economics, so maybe I should compete with you. I'm honored to present this award to you on behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation. What this calls for is more work. The reward for hard work and excellence is more work. Congratulations.
Anyakan Udo is from Ikono People's High School, Nolcom, Ikono local government area. He is the second place winner. Let's put our hands together for him, please.
Udo, congratulations. It seems that there's something that binds me to the award winners on economics. My last name is Udobe with the H. So, Udo, Anyakan Udo, congratulations.
And the first place winner is a lady, Ekaite Rebecca Akpan. Well, we all know why she's the best. She's from Etinan Institute, Etinan local government area. Managing the house makes us really outstanding too. So.
I think that Imo had scripted this properly. I had said the first person, I'm linked with economics because I had A1 in economics. The second person had my surname, and then the winner comes from Etinan, where my mom comes from. So here, on behalf of INOYO TORO Foundation, I'm honored to present to you the award as the winner for this year's prize in economics. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. So we will be calling on the sponsor for the Grand Mentor category to come forward and hand over the awards. We will call Mrs. Nkoyoituk of Savannah Energy, who is the sole sponsor for this award category. Mrs. Nkoyoituk is the head stakeholder relations and communications and the regional manager, Southeast. This award category, every winner goes home with 500,000 naira. We would start with English language, and Dick Collins Efre from Okoromita Comprehensive Secondary School, Okorette, Eastern Obolo Local Government Area, goes home with this prize money. Uduak Timothy Akpan, please come forward. Ekere Robert Mpa, please come forward. Ephraim Jacob Iyangudo, please come forward. And Ekemini Emmanuel Isok, please come forward.
Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me, so stand up.
So Mr. Dick, on behalf of INOYO Toro Foundation, I present this award of excellence to you, and I want to say that you should keep up the hard work. Award comes with more expectations, so at Savannah and of course INOYO Toro Foundation, we are expecting more from you, and we believe that by next year you should be able to take a bigger and a more rewarding award. Congratulations.
Uduak Timothy Akpan is the grand mentor for mathematics. He has been able to coach other teachers to be like him. This position is a position for mentoring, so you're supposed to mentor other teachers in your field to be outstanding. Uduak Timothy is from Community Secondary School, Iko Town, Eastern Obolo Local Government Area. He is the grand mentor for mathematics. Let's put our hands together for him.
Mr. Uduak Timothy, on behalf of INOYO Toro Foundation, I want to present this award of excellence, and I pray that you keep up the hard work. Congratulations.
Ekere Robert Mpa is the grand mentor for chemistry. He's coming up next. He's from Etinan Community Comprehensive Secondary School, Etinan Local Government Area. Ekere Robert Mpa, please go forward.
Mr. Ekere Robert Mpa, well done. And so on behalf of INOYO Toro Foundation, I want to present this award of excellence to you, and I wish you the best, and I pray that God will continue to reward you. Well done, and congratulations.
Ephraim Jacob Iyangudo is the grand mentor for physics. He's coming up next. He is from Comprehensive Secondary School, Edianaba. Ephraim Jacob Iyangudo, he goes home with 500,000 naira as well.
Mr. Ephraim Iyangudo, well done. And so on behalf of INOYO Toro Foundation, I want to present this award of excellence, award of good work, and I pray that you will continue to do well. Congratulations, and keep up the hard work.
And the last in this category is Grand Mentor for Biology, Ekemini Emmanuel Isok. She is from Secondary School Etoi in Uyo Local Government Area.
At least we have a woman here. Well done. Congratulations. And so on behalf of INOYO Toro Foundation, I want to present this award of excellence, and I pray that you continue to do well. Congratulations.
Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. Stand up for the champions, all the champions.
Thank you.
so much, Mrs. Imobati, for taking over that part. And thank you to every of our special guests who made out the time to come and present the awards. Right about now, we will be taking a special address. And I know that we have had a couple of special guests in the house take the ones before now. But this one is going to be taken by another guest of honor, who is the Managing Director and the Chief Executive Officer of the Development Bank of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Tony Okwanachi.
Good morning, everyone. Let me start by thanking the INOYO Toro Foundation for inviting me to this event, and also to congratulate them. This is the 14th edition, and 14 years of rewarding excellence is highly commendable. So, and thirdly, let me also thank my good friend Udom for the good work he's been doing. We've seen all. When I saw the byline that says eradicating poverty through education, that's what the byline for INOYO Toro Foundation. It just resonates with exactly the kind of things we're trying to do at Development Bank of Nigeria, which is addressing one of the SDGs. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you don't mind, can you put your hands together for that? I would like to share my experience with teachers, which is what we really are celebrating today. I would like to make a quote, and two quotes actually. And the first one, direct quote. Please, children carry what they are taught at a young age throughout the rest of their lives. They will use what they have learned to influence society. Everyone knows that today's youth will become tomorrow's leaders, and teachers have access to educate the youth in their most impressionable years, whether that is in teaching preschool, teaching extracurriculars, sports, or traditional classes. The second quote, teachers have the ability to shape leaders of the future in the best way for society to build positive and inspired future generations, and therefore design society, both on a local and global scale. In reality, please take note of this quote, teachers have the most important job in the world. I think I can't but agree with that. Teachers have the most important job in the world. And from my own personal experience, which I'm going to share with you, you will see that life itself, whatever you become, the role of the teacher, starting from the home, like Dr. Abraham has said, through the school, the primary, secondary, and so on and so forth, but most importantly, formed at the early stages, determine what ultimately you become. Of course, teachers have been known to be role models. They provide the power of education. They provide guidance, we know that. And of course, they are dedicated. And because of their dedication, they are able to see through. When I was in the primary school, as any other young boy in the early, maybe I was about, I think it was about 8 or 9. I was notorious for my uniform always being very dirty. And I walked to school because, you know, you remember to wear your uniform, to wash it the day before, and you go and the uniform will be dirty, and then the teachers, you know what they will do to you when your uniforms are dirty. Then I was getting to primary 5. Then we got this teacher coming to the school. A young man, just finished teacher's training and was our teacher then. I remember his name very well, Mr. Abdul. And Mr. Abdul was always impeccably well dressed. And each time he comes, we will look at him, we'll try to look at it. All his talking his shirts in a way that we started admiring him. And that impression got stuck with me. The next time I got home, I washed my clothes, tried to iron it the way I could, and from then, I aspired to always dress well because I saw this man as a role model. Incidentally, I ended up in a profession that you have to dress well to impress. The second impression I would like to share, again, positive and negative. And when I talk to teachers, please, whatever you do as teachers, know that you form impression on the young ones, and what that impression you form influences whatever they become. When I was going to secondary school, one of the things my father, like every parent, you know, you have your children, you allocate what you want them to be. And my own role, because I was good in the sciences, was to become a medical doctor. So I aspired that I was going to go to a medical doctor, become a medical doctor. So I went into secondary school, and in the secondary school in those days, from 3, that's where you do all the subjects. Then when you're going to Form 4, you select whether you're going to science or arts. All right? So when we got to Form 3, before getting to Form 3, I'd ask, what are the subjects you need to do to become a medical doctor? And chemistry, physics, biology. Of course, in addition to all the other ones. So I was determined that I was going to take those subjects very, very seriously and ensure that I meet the expectation of my father. I got in. Chemistry was good. Chemistry teacher was very good, and I enjoyed the class. The mathematics, of course, is something you've been doing. Biology was good. Then I came into the class for physics. In those days, we had expatriate teachers, and in particular, we had an Indian teacher. This happened over 40-something years ago, and I can still remember it vividly. That tells you what? Incidentally, the name of I won't tell you the school I went to, so you never know the school, but incidentally, the name of the teacher was Mr. Abraham. But this is Dr. Abraham, not Mr. Abraham. It was Mr. Abraham. And Mr. Abraham, we came in young children at that class, at that level, and the first thing, he came into the class, hello children, good morning. And I remember the next thing he said, in the same way. And you know, when I do my head like this, you know what I'm referring to. And he said, let me tell you, physics is a very, very difficult subject. And from that day, that impression stuck in my head, that this subject was quite very difficult. And guess what? I didn't pass physics. Because it already, to me, it was a difficult subject. So you see the impact of what your teacher, what you do with your students. So, please, let's know. I'm sure it wasn't saying it to discourage us. It was trying to tell us that work hard to learn physics. That's what it was trying to do. But see the impact it made in us. I couldn't do physics. So I became, instead of going to class A, which was all science, I went to class B, which was science and social science mixed up. So I got to Form 4, and I got we got a youth corps coming to teach us. And the youth corps was teaching us economics and commerce. And the way he taught us and the way he made it look so much that economics with economics, you can solve the problem of the whole world. And guess what? That impression stuck to me throughout. And I said, since I couldn't now read that medicine, what did I end up reading? Economics. So that took me through economics. And up to today, I'm proud to have read economics. Again, based on the impression that the teacher created on me. So what we are celebrating today, the impact it makes on the society, the individuals of society, is quite huge. So I can't but continue to commend this great initiative And the great teachers, those who have won today, and those who even attempted, and those who are listening across, I can tell you, these are not the days that your rewards are in heaven again. Your rewards are here right on earth. Nobody who is somebody today will not tell you the role the teacher has played in their lives. So I continue to encourage you. It's a noble profession. Please continue to put in your best. Future leaders are the kind of things you produce for the whole society. Please continue the good work. So let me once again thank Udom and all the team that have put this together. Coming into Akwa Ibom, I didn't know what to expect. But when I was listening to, before I came, I sat down here and I was listening to what the foundation has done this one. A lot of work has gone in here. And the impact it has made is quite huge. So it's highly commendable. So congratulations again. And thank you all very much.
If your hands are not so busy, I'd ask once again that you put them together for Mr. Tony Okwanachi. Thank you so much, sir, for that very, very touching, very touching speech. Ladies and gentlemen, as has been the culture for today, I'd like to recognize a couple more people who made their way into the hall while he was speaking. I'd like to recognize Mrs. Rose N. Bassi, representing the Commissioner for Education. Please put your hands together for her. And also Right Honorable Dr. Charles Mbong, who is the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Health. Please put your hands together for him. Also, please, we'd like to also acknowledge the funders for today, the INOYO Toro Foundation. We still have one more special guest in the house, Professor Nse Essien, who is the Vice Chancellor for the Akwa Ibom State University. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. So for the INOYO Toro Foundation, for those of you who are just attending an award ceremony from them for the first time, their social media handles, I'm going to call them out as they have asked me to. On Facebook, they are the INOYO Toro Foundation. On Instagram, INOYO Toro. And on Twitter, at INOYO Toro. LinkedIn, INOYO Toro Foundation. And on YouTube as well, they have the INOYO Toro Foundation page. And they have asked that we please follow, like, comment, and engage on all of their social media pages for the further conversation. Right about now, we will be taking the third award presentation. And once again, I'd like to bring up the programs manager of the INOYO Toro Foundation. Once again, please put your hands together for Mrs. Imo Bassi.
Good day again, everyone. So we'll be taking the third awards, and that's the Best Principal Award. That award is for that principal who has shown exemplary leadership in the management of their schools. For the sponsorship of this award category, the sponsor is Basi Ukpong Udo Foundation, anchored by Barrister and Mrs. Ukpong, Edo Ukpong. So we'll be calling on Mrs. Lebari Ukpong, who's here with us, to please come forward and give this award. The best principal for this year, it's a one prize winner, is Eno Etugudo Ese. She happens to be a lady. She is from St. Francis Secondary School, Ikot Ataku Eket, in Eket local government area. Let's put our hands together as she comes forward.
Good morning, everybody. It is my honor to give you this award, Mrs. Eno Etukudo Ese, in recognition of your outstanding service in the administration of public secondary school in Akwa Ibom State. I know that this is not an easy feat. I live in a village and I see thousands of children going to one school. How you manage all of them, manage the teachers, I would never be able to understand. The INOYO Toro Foundation and the Basi Ukpong Udo Foundation appreciates you. Congratulations.
Basi Ukpongodo happens to be my father-in-law who read for external GCE by correspondence with a lantern in a village in Ikono. He rose to be a teacher and was finally the head of the education corps in Nigerian Army, all from one village. Thank you very much, madam. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to recognize Professor Abong Ekong, who is representing the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Ndayo. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Right about now, we will be taking a quick goodwill message from the Vice Chancellor of Akwa Ibom State University and the former Commissioner, Professor Nse Essien. Please put your hands together for him as he comes forward.
Good morning, everybody. Please let me stand on already established protocol. I'm extremely very happy to be here this morning. INOYO Toro Foundation is a very, very special NGO. And I don't joke with them at all. I must tell you that throughout my stay as the Commissioner for Education, we had been working with the INOYO Toro Foundation, and we have found them to be very authentic. In fact, throughout the time we were trying to compile a roadmap for education in the state, we realized that no single organization have states more than the INOYO Toro Foundation. And silently, they have been doing this over the last 12 to 14 years. And the result is very, very evident. And it's one organization that appreciates teachers and encourages teachers. For us as teachers, we really value this, and that's why I am here. INOYO Toro Foundation is a special NGO, and I have to encourage them that they should continue with the good works they are doing. Let me don't take your time. On behalf of our university, Akwa Ibom State University, we want to congratulate the INOYO Toro Foundation and wish them very many years of fruitful educational engagements. Thank you very much.
Please shall we put our hands together once again for the Vice Chancellor of the Akwa Ibom State University, Professor Nse Essien. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking one more goodwill message from Mrs. Rose Basi, who is representing the Commissioner for Education and is also the Permanent Secretary for the same Commission of Education. So please put your hands together for her as she steps forward to take that very brief goodwill message.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. For want of time, let me stand on the existing protocol. I want to first of all convey the apologies of my Honorable Commissioner, the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idon Esere, who is unavoidably absent. She would have loved to be here, but other engagements kept her away. However, she has sent me to represent her. I'm here in dual capacity, representing myself, because I was invited, and also representing the Honorable Commissioner. I have a very brief speech here from her, which I'm just going to quickly run through. Thank you very much. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you today in the recognition and award ceremony of our esteemed teachers who have attained great heights of excellence in their teaching career. The INOYO TORO Foundation has, over the last 14 years, recognized and awarded Akwa Ibom State teachers who have excelled in several subject areas after a rigorous process of selection. Let me use this opportunity to thank our education-friendly governor for sustaining the education for all policy in Akwa Ibom State. We want to sincerely thank you, INOYO TORO Foundation, for partnering with the state government to improve and actualize quality education in the state. I hereby beckon on other organizations and public-spirited individuals within and outside the state to partner with Akwa Ibom State government to realize the completion agenda of our dear governor. If we have up to 6 or 5, even 4 bodies doing what this foundation is doing, teachers will really, really be happy. So we are calling on other people to emulate the INOYO TORO Foundation and reward teachers for what they are doing. To the award recipients, your names are engraved in gold in the history of education in Akwa Ibom State. And it's all because of your excellent performance. Let this recognition inspire you for greater service. I celebrate you, great teachers of Akwa Ibom State, and I say congratulations. Teachers are great. Teachers are great. It seems we don't have teachers in the house. May God bless us all in Jesus' name. Amen.
If your hands can indulge, please put them together for her once again. Thank you so much, Ma, for that. Once again, I've been asked on behalf of the INOYO TORO Foundation to recognize all of the mentors, the awardees, and every single one who put together their intellectual property and otherwise to make today a success. Today, we celebrate you. Please put your hands together for yourselves. And having said that, would like to invite someone to give a very brief appreciation remark on behalf of all of the awardees. Please put your hands together for Mrs. Ekemini Isok.
Stand on existing protocol. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the awardees, on behalf of everyone that has received an award today, I want to say a big thank you to the INOYO TORO Foundation for giving it fit to motivate teachers in public schools in Akwa Ibom State. I want to say what they've done so far has I want to say thank you to INOYO TORO Foundation for deeming it fit to motivate teachers in public schools in Akwa Ibom State. What they have done is not, or has a ripple effect, not just on the teachers, but also on the students and on the education system. I want to also say that if other organizations and individuals could emulate what INOYO TORO Foundation is doing, I am sure there will be a difference in the education system. Thank you for impacting the teachers. Thank you for impacting the education system. Thank you for looking ahead of what the society should be like and promoting education, because I know that whatever will be tomorrow will have to do with the quality of students that we produce today. Thank you, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the end of this ceremony and award. Fortunately, we understand that this will continue to breed a culture of recognizing teachers all across the state and country, and hopefully around the world. Right about now, to take us to a close, we will be taking a vote of thanks. On behalf of the INOYO Toro Foundation, I'd like to help me welcome Mrs. Lebari Upong, who is Board of Trustee member for the INOYO Toro Foundation. So please put your hands together for her as she makes her way up here.
Again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe how far we've come and how soon the day has ended. On behalf of INOYO Toro Foundation, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here. But before then, I'll start by thanking God. It hasn't been an easy journey. I'm sure you can all imagine it. But God has been with us through it all. For those of you who have been attending our award ceremonies, you know that we have it usually at the Ibom Hall. And because of COVID, we are in a new reality now. The mentoring sessions had to be done online with Zoom. That was a new thing for the students. But guess what? It was also great for them. Some of them had never heard of Zoom. And they all had to come to this center to do the mentoring session. And the students I had, they could not believe that this e-center existed in Akwa Ibom State. The very fact that they came out of their villages to Uyo, to this center, really motivated them and sparked a light in them. So, I would like to thank Dr. Joshua. You are very much fundamental to this organization. We cannot thank you enough for what you do. I would like to thank our guest speaker, Dr. Abraham. I've been honored to share this stage with you before. And I hope you remember, because I have a request for a book too, even though I'm not an awardee. I'd like to thank our guest of honor, Mr. Okpanachi. I have sent your picture to your wife to assure her that you are here with us. And I've also asked how much she would give me to release you today. She sent a very high figure. You're very much appreciated, sir. I would like to thank the teachers, the awardees, teachers who did not receive awards, teachers like even our VC, who all started somewhere, teachers like Mr. Abraham. And I cannot think of a better way to thank you, but to ask all teachers to please sit down and all guests to please stand. Can we give them a rousing round of applause, please? We cannot thank you enough. Your reward will not be in heaven, it will be on earth. As you sow into these children's lives, God will take care of everything that concerns you. Thank you very much. Please sit. I'd like to thank all our guests, all the service providers. Thank you for the work you've done. I'd like to thank again all our guests. It's not easy to take time out on a working day to be here with us for 2 hours. I would like to thank our sponsors. Without our sponsors, we would not be able to achieve this. And for everybody who gives of their time or money, know that your work and your effort is not limited to just Akwa Ibom State. Because these children that we're training, they're not limited to just Akwa Ibom State. Know that your effort and your finance, your money, everything you put into INOYO TORO Foundation also aligns with the sustainable development goals, because our goals align with, we can think of from number 1, which is no poverty, to number 2, zero hunger, to number 3, well-being and health, to number 4, quality education. So I'd like to thank my chairman, my fellow board members for all that we do. And to me, as a board member, it's made such an impact in my life. Chairman, you will not know this, but coming to this INOYO TORO Foundation events and being part of the board led to our partial relocation in the village. So thank you, everybody. God bless you. God bless all that you do. As you go home, go safely and remain safe and healthy. Thank you.
Please can we put our hands together for Mrs. Lebari Kwong once again. Mrs. Lebari has such a teacher's way of speaking. Reminded me so much of my math teacher when I was in junior secondary. That is not a very fond memory, but she has made it a very fun one for me. Thank you so much, Ma, for that. What a time to be a teacher. If there was ever a time I had reconsidered my career choices, it would be today. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who had never considered teaching to be a noble profession, I hope today has changed your mind, because today is the first of many. Like I said, we have come to a close, but on behalf of the INOYO TORO Foundation, I'd like to say thank you to all of you who were here present. And of course, I've been asked to tell all the teachers, principals, and students to wait behind. There will be some pictures, and of course, the team would like to address you after. And once again, announce the social media handles of the INOYO TORO Foundation for those of you who would need to follow up after this. On Facebook, it is the INOYO TORO Foundation. On Instagram, INOYO TORO. On Twitter, it is at INOYO TORO. On LinkedIn, it is the INOYO TORO Foundation. And on YouTube, the INOYO TORO Foundation. Their website is also www.inoyotorofoundation.org. Please visit any of those platforms, interact where possible, and thank you for being here today. My name is David Williams once again, and it has been my extreme pleasure to be your anchor for today. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.